Long story short, Binance the exchange is in a complicated Dasha Bhukti sequence until the beginning of the year 2024. Right now, or basically until then, what I see as an astrologer is that the most important thing for Binance is to establish a secure and stable headquarters on the globe. So that's what's important for the exchange to do right now. That's going to be really important for them to make sure that everything goes well for them. That's very important. Now for the more short-term stuff that I see. So note that Mars is currently retrograding towards Binance's natal Venus. And for Binance, both of those planets are very, very strong and have the potential to benefit Binance in a very strong way. Mars is going to hit Binance's natal Venus on Monday, December 26th of this year of 2022, while Moon is transiting with Saturn in Binance's 5th house. And what I see is that because of the strength of natal Mars and natal Venus, I see that there's going to be something favorable that comes about for Binance because of this transit. However, that is not to say that this is not a treacherous time. This is a very treacherous time for Binance. And I see that this time, like leading up to the 26th or including the 26th, it's very likely that it involves a trial in a foreign country. So based on my research into, which you've already seen in another video, on the SBF thing, I see that it's highly likely that that foreign trial is related to the SBF FTX thing, and so that it happens in the United States. So the next important thing to note is that when Saturn enters into Aquarius, I believe that's on January 18th of this coming year, 2023, that is, okay, so when that happens, Saturn immediately starts transiting Binance's natal Ketu, and it's going to mark a huge turning point. However, I just looked at what was happening in the news with Binance last time this happened, because Saturn entered into Aquarius before, and then retrograded back into Capricorn. Now this is going to be the definitive entrance that I'm talking about in January. So what I saw is last time that happened in the news, what I saw was that Binance was delisting Luna pairs due to the Luna death spiral. So also because of the chart, I'm not seeing that it's going to be unfavorable particularly for Binance, but I do see that it's going to be a big turning point in the way that they are operating, because of the macro crypto context, which I, as you know, don't see as being so good starting for the first part of when Saturn enters into Aquarius. But stay tuned for my 2023 predictions about that. So that's what I wanted to let you know about Binance. So again, to recap, I do see that they're going to have some favorable outcome after this foreign trial situation. But I also see that this is like a very complicated time for them. And so it's definitely not a joke. It's definitely nothing to take lightly. And I do see that after Saturn enters into Aquarius, there's going to be a turning point, and it's not going to be like an easy time for Binance until like the beginning of 2024. And then what's going to happen is with the macro context of the crypto market, things are going to change. They'll be making a lot more revenue, but until then, what's most important for that exchange is that they establish a strong headquarters on the globe that's very apparent and solid and clear to everyone where it is. So I hope that that's of interest to you. Some of you have been asking me to look into Binance, so I don't see, I see that they're going to be okay, but for example, to all of us, people who may be not investing, people who may have money or using the Binance International Exchange, what I would say is that if you live in a country where Binance International, or if you live in a region where Binance International is not permitted, do not use it even if you're using your VPN, because things can change very rapidly. For example, I live in a Canadian province where currently it is okay, but there's another Canadian province where it isn't okay. So, and I wouldn't even, don't rely on your VPN, just don't use it if you're not supposed to be using it where you live, is what I would say. That's all I would say.